Welcome everyone to this in-depth analysis to the latest Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer that just barely dropped late last night at the time that I'm recording right now. I wanted to do an in-depth analysis of, first of all, the gameplay, and then maybe in a second video of the story, just to make sure that this video is not too long. So the first thing I wanted to address was the forms that we see that are kind of a crossbreed between the drive forms in Kingdom Hearts 2 and the style changes in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. The first thing I want to point out is that just like in 0.2 Birth by Sleep, as you hit the Heartless more in succession, a little gauge above the command menu, which consists of 3 right-pointing arrows, fills up. If you fill that up with magic, just like in Birth by Sleep 0.2, you will get these ultimate spells like Firaja, Blizzaja, Thundaja, and so on. But if you fill it up just with normal hits, a form that's kind of the mix between the style change and the drive forms of Kingdom Hearts 2 will become available to you. These are the same situation commands that we see in 0.2 Birth by Sleep. In this trailer, we see Counter Shield as well as Second Form. First of all, I'm going to talk about Counter Shield. It seems that from the moment that you enter this form, the finisher move becomes available to you. We see what the finisher is here, which is a bunch of punching golden Zeus arms, which just entirely obliterate the Heartless. We also see that Sora has a different moveset, which you'll also see in Second Form, and we'll talk about that later. But it's a moveset combos that are specific, especially combo finishers, that are specific to the form that you are in. When you are in one of these forms and you fill up the hit gauge above the command menu, part of the timer that tells you how much time you have left in that form fills up again. So in other words, the more you fill up the hit gauge, the longer you'll be able to sustain that particular form that you're in. Magic also seems to behave differently in, at least in Counter Shield form, most likely in all of the other forms as well. For example, we see here that Thunder, when performed in Counter Shield, behaves completely different from the Thunder that we see Sora perform when he's not in one of his forms. And now I want to talk about Second Form. In Second Form, we see 2 aerial finishers, and one of them is actually called Aerial Finisher, and the other is called Magnet, which are both iconic moves from Kingdom Hearts 2 when you're performing a normal combo finisher, at least in the air. I'm sure we'll see other ones such as Guard Break and Explosion. Again, in this form, from the get-go, as soon as you enter this form, a finisher becomes available to you, but the difference between Second Form and Counter Shield is that you see several different form finishers in Second Form, and in Counter Shield you only see the one, which is, again, the giant Zeus fists glowing in their majesty. In Second Form, however, we see that the first form finisher that we see right from the get-go is Stun Impact. Once you fill up the hit gauge above the command menu the first time, you'll see Sonic Blade become available instead of Stun Impact. The second time you fill up the hit gauge, you'll see Ars Arcanum become available. Those might be the only 3 form finishers that you'll see in Second Form. However, it is possible that there may be 4 or 5. Who knows? But it is noteworthy that those are moves from Kingdom Hearts 1, so Second Form is sort of an homage to both Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1. Now, we didn't see Sora perform any of his magic moves in Second Form, but based on what we know about the magic performed during Counter Shield form, magic will most likely be different in Second Form as well. So, I'm actually glad to see situation commands come back from 0.2 Birth by Sleep because I actually really did enjoy that. Having those awesome spells, several of those spells, the Blizzaja and Firaja, available to you is an awesome thing, and it creates different strategies as well as entering those forms. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. Another thing to mention is the shot lock. In the 2015 E3 Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, we saw one version of the shot lock, which is Flow Chain, right? And in this one, when Sora is performing the shot lock, when he's filling the thing up to the max, we see both Flow Chain and Unleash appear, but with no clear distinction on how to actually choose between them. So what I'm assuming is that if you're in Counter Shield or second form, I'm assuming, when you perform shot lock, it's going to be a different version of the shot lock. In this case, I'm assuming that we saw Unleash instead of Flow Chain. Another interesting thing that we see here is what I'm assuming is the Link ability. In the command menu on the bottom where the drive was in Kingdom Hearts 2, we see Link instead. Now the awesome if you've seen the movie, Wonder Woman-like move that Sora and Goofy perform together that we see, I'm assuming is one of the links that he can perform. You'll notice that when they're doing that, there's sort of a yellowish golden glow around both Sora and Goofy's little icons in the bottom right hand corner, which makes me believe that those two are linking. Now, what I'm unsure about is how you're able to activate the Link ability. None of your magic seems to be used, nor does Goofy's, and your focus gauge is completely full, and I'm assuming it's probably not triggered by filling up your hit gauge either, since you already have two things, either magic or forms, from that. So I'm guessing it might be an ability that you can trigger once per battle, but honestly, I'm really unsure about it. I'm not sure what cost there is to using these Link abilities. Another little thing I wanted to mention was flow motion. We only see a few seconds of flow motion, and it was sort of more similar to how it was used in 0.2, if you can even call that flow motion, where it's used as more of a mode of transportation to get from one place to another in sort of a more cool way. Though we did see in the 2015 E3 trailer that there were more uses from flow motion in that trailer than there obviously were in Birth by Sleep. So we'll have to see how they balance that, because I did really enjoy flow motion, but it needed some serious balancing from the Dream Drop Distance version of flow motion. Another thing I wanted to mention was the boss battle between Sora and the Rock Titan, which I'm guessing because we saw Hades and I feel like he should be the boss battle, but I may be completely wrong. But I'm guessing that if that's the case, then Rock Titan will be sort of a mid-level boss battle, and it looks really cool. You're scaling up the wall, and there's different ways of fighting him, and it's more of a strategy game than a hack and slash game, which I really think I'll enjoy, and I hope that a lot of the bosses have more strategy and even borderline puzzle solving along with the traditional hack and slash than in Kingdom Hearts 2. Even though I did enjoy some of the boss battles there, a lot of them felt like, okay, just hit him, block or reflect, then hit him some more. And one last thing is sort of an honorable mention about the gameplay, because we know that summons and attraction flow will most likely be part of Sora's arsenal in this game. So I assume that pressing left on the D-pad, just like in Kingdom Hearts 2, will bring up a second command menu in which summons and attraction flow will become available to you there. Anyway guys, that's it for my gameplay analysis. If there's anything I missed or anything you think was wrong or anything you wanted to mention, make sure to let me know in the comment section. Give us a like and a subscribe, and we will see you for the story portion of this analysis.